Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Tanya Biglow, your philosophical physicist, using science to get you unstuck. Many of you may know me as your CODA coach. And we have some more training for you, some more transformational training that we're going to go through today. So hopefully you have a pen and piece of paper. And look, I'm not going to be with you too long. We're just going to go ahead and dive right in. So today what we're going to talk about are 5 elements you need to watch for. Okay? And if you know me, you know I have a nice little acronym that we're going to walk out today. So today's acronym is WATCH. So I hope everyone's looking. And you could understand this as the watch that's like on your wrist, or you could take this for the watch like you're actually watching for something. Either way, we are going to watch today. I actually talked about this earlier. There was an event and I asked for the recording. I have absolutely no idea if I'm going to get it. We'll see. But again, we're watching, right? So number 1 with watch is wishing only works if you do. Jot that down. Wishing only works when you do. So have you ever had a goal, a dream, something that you wanted to reach for, and you've dreamt it night after night, day after day, year after year, only to realize today that this wish has not yet come true? And when you look at the word wish, it's actually just hoping for. It is putting yourself in a space of hope and wonder if something's really going to happen for you. And my conversation with you tonight is, what are you waiting for? You see, our goals and our dreams, they are fully in alignment with the actions that you take. So sometimes you may say, well, I want to have $1 million, but our actions don't line up with someone who actually wants to make $1 million. Maybe you are an individual who would love to have this perfect mate. You want to have someone who loves you, who honors you and respects you. But your actions don't line up with putting yourself in a position to actually attract that type of person. Maybe you're someone who wants to develop very strong and powerful friendships and fellowships. But every time someone comes close to you, you repel them, or you put yourself in a space that makes individuals not really want to be around you. We can wish all day for the things that we want, but we will only get what we work for. And I'm not talking work as in you have to work hard and long and it has to be stressful. That's not the type of work that I'm talking about, because if you know me, I believe in energy, and I believe that everything is energy. So I believe that you can literally attract what you want into your life. And we are always attracting what it is that we want into our life. But we're always attracting. It may not be what we want, but we attract who we are. So if there's anything that's in your space that you don't necessarily like, I want you not to look outside of yourself, but to really honestly and truly look within. Because it's within that we will really understand who we are. And what we get, what we have, is absolutely 100% our creation. So stop wishing. Let's get to work. So 1, wishing only works when you do. Number 2, ask for help. So you may say, Tanya, okay, so I want to have this great business. I want to have this successful career. I want to have this loving and passionate relationship, but I do not have it right now. Now's the time to ask for help. Now, we should not ask individuals who are quote unquote living a life that we would never want to live. You would want to seek wise counsel. So what does that mean? You ask those individuals who have what it is that you're looking for. If you're looking for a great relationship, you should create friendships and connections with people who actually have that, and ask them, hey, pull them to the side. What did you do to be with your wife, to be with your husband for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years? How did that work for you? What did you have to do to allow that type of person to come into your space? Really, what is it? If you're the type of person who you really want to build if you want to build a mega successful business, well, I encourage you to generate connections and relationships with those individuals who have that. They're not supermen, they're not superwomen. They're human just like you and I. These are individuals who you can befriend, and we have a whole nother training on how to connect with highly successful people. And if you knew the secret to that, you would really just kind of kick yourself. But that's not this conversation. But we have to learn how to ask for what it is that we want. And we don't ask individuals who don't have what it is that we want. We don't ask individuals who are at the same status quo and they're looking for the same things that we're looking for. Yes, maybe you can lock arms with them and set on your journey and your destination together, but the goal is to seek wise counsel. Ask. Get a mentor. Get a coach. Identify someone who can help guide you on your journey. You see, success is not an event. It is a process. And if you think that anyone who shows up on the scene as this mega successful person, it just happened overnight, I am here to serve notice. Every success that you've ever seen has been a 5, 10, 15, 20-year success in the making. So let's get to it. So number one, wishing only works when you do. Number two, you have to ask for help. Number three is train and then teach. So one thing that I've learned about salesmen or individuals who want to actually own a company, or entrepreneurs, individuals who say, hey, I have this business, I have that business, 99% of them have never gone through official training on how to do what it is that they're doing. Many individuals are just trying to figure it out as they go. They're playing it by ear. And you have some individuals who have such a great gift of gab that when they talk so fast, you think that they really know exactly what it is that they're talking about. But if an individual has a training, or if they have something that they've attained that they cannot outline in a systematic way to train and duplicate other people to do the exact same thing that they did, that is a one-hit wonder. And they may have hit that hit multiple times within themselves, but if what it is that they have is not duplicatable, then I encourage you, again, go back to the second step, seek wise counsel. But as a business owner, each and every one of us is in the business of creating a customer. Now I get it, for all of my heartfelt individuals, your conversation is, no, I just want to help. I just want to give. I just want to support. I'm just here to give. What I have is so valuable to you. And what you have may definitely be very valuable. Of course it is. Nobody's out here just just giving away nothing. Everything that you have to provide as a service, as a product, of course you believe that it's valuable. But the question is, have you actually been trained in order to do what it is that you're doing? Trained in what areas, do you ask? One, in entrepreneurship, aka business ownership. Some people, like myself, have gone through the training of getting several degrees. Many people may have an MBA. Many people may have went to business school to understand the actual formality or the logistics behind business. And many individuals have not. And I'm not saying that you have to go to school to learn business, but there are individuals, there are companies, there are entrepreneurs that have built mega successful businesses. And one of their businesses is to actually train individuals on how to do business. So making sure that you get trained means making sure that you pick up a book, making sure that you not just pick up a book, but read the book. And not that you pick up the book, read the book, but actually implement what you read in the book. Training means sign up for a seminar, sign up for training. And there are so many times I want to ask you, maybe this didn't happen to you. I know when I first started, it definitely happened to me. I would pay $9.97. I would pay $2,000. I've even paid $20,000 to go to programs and literally come back from those programs and not do exactly what they said to do. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? I want to know this. How many times have you done it? How many times have you listened to a podcast? How many times have you listened to a motivational training? How many times have you signed up or gone to a networking event and there was someone that gave some training from their business and you've taken down notes and you've gone home never to look at the notes again? And I'm not blaming you, because we've been conditioned to do this year after year after year after year from traditional education. We were trained in the educational system to go to school, read a book, obtain or retain enough of that information in order to pass a test. Never to look at that information again. Think about it. For my math majors or for my science majors who may not necessarily work in that field right now, how many times have you actually used your calculus training? Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. How many of you have actually utilized your geometry experience? Not too many of us, right? But the moment we learn that adequate education is good for what it is that you want to do day in and day out, then we'll learn how to actually appreciate the data that we receive. So training is good as long as we make sure that we focus our training within the area that we choose to serve each and every day. For my business owners, if you have a product and a service that you provide and you are not in the storefront, you need a presentation, a formal presentation on how to actually deliver what it is that you're talking about. Deliver your product and your service. And there's a science to selling, I promise you. And it's not a secret. We just need that training. So once you get the training, then you teach what you learn. Every day I come home, there is something that I learn, whether it's something to repeat or it's something to repel. I've learned something. And every time I come home, I make sure that I've retained it. And the best way to know that I've retained it is to teach it to somebody else. So train and then teach, right? So our fourth element that we want to focus on as we're watching, you always watch your surroundings. Always watch your surroundings. So the fourth element is challenge those negative thoughts. This, ladies and gentlemen, is huge. Why is that? Because the negative thoughts that I'm talking about are the negative thoughts that run in the back of our mind. They're just in our subconscious. They're things that we don't even know that we retain that are negatively affecting every choice that we make. There are things that we learn as children that no longer serves us. Case in point, money doesn't grow on trees, right? If you finish that statement, that is something that's running in the back of your head. And then we wonder why money, income, large sums of income evades us. Listen, there's no shortage of money. So ask yourself, why do you keep attracting broke people into your circle? Broke customers. People who can't afford your products, people who can't afford your services, individuals who keep asking for discounts, individuals who want to use you for what it is that you have, but they're not willing to pour into you and sow into you the exact same way that you sow into them. I don't know. We have the money doesn't grow on trees. We have all these different sayings that are running, that are definitely controlling what it is that we do. We have this other one. Don't talk to strangers. And then we wonder why we go to a networking event and it's hard for us to connect with someone, to start a conversation. For my MLMers, to go out and actually prospect individuals, we wonder why it's so hard to just strike up a conversation with a total stranger, because that's running in the back of our mind. And it is affecting everything that we do. So I want you to just take some time to just think, what is stopping me from reaching my goals? And sometimes we don't even know what we know. That's why you ask for help. That's why you go and get training. And then once you get training, you teach what you learn. But it is imperative that you stop and you challenge those negative thoughts, because they keep showing up. And I'm here to tell you, the negative thoughts are not going to go away. The goal is to challenge them. And the only way to challenge them is to charge them. Keep moving forward. No matter what that word is that you hear, that negative name, that stinking thinking that shows up that says, oh, they're not good enough. Oh, you shouldn't go there. Even when everything inside you say that you should. That time when you should pick up the phone and make the phone call, but you don't make the phone call because you have all these other things that you allow as a distraction. It's not an accident. That's your subconscious stopping you from reaching success. Now, the fifth element that we always want to watch for is, once we understand that wishing only works when you do, once we start to ask for help, and then once we're asking for help, we get the adequate training, and then we train and then we teach, and then we learn to challenge those negative thoughts. After we've done all of that, the fifth and final element is to hit it hard. Hit it with all you've got. Don't stop. You see, even when you have a fitness goal and there's certain things that you have to physically do with your body, maybe you're working out and you want to get toned, you got to hit it hard, and it hurts. I get up every morning at 4 o'clock and it hurts. When that alarm clock goes off, I'm mad because I don't want to get up. My body wants to lay there, but I have goals. And if I want to hit the goals, I cannot allow this physical body to control or to stop me from reaching the goals that I want. So I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, to stop wishing and get to work. Always ask for help, but seek wise counsel. Train yourself in every area: sales, marketing, business. Train yourself. Hiring people, go into workshops, and then teach it to someone else. Always challenge those negative thoughts. And then once you've got it all together, or as you're in the process of getting it all together, because it's never going to be 100%, you still have to hit it hard. I hope this has served you. That's it for me today. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you on our next training. Hit it hard. Bye-bye for now.